Good evening, and thank you for staying with us for News 10 at 5:30. I'm January Keaton.
And I'm Elisa Streeter. Mark and Lydia are off tonight. Well, tonight is the final show.
Schenectady has a pretty bad prostitution problem, especially here in Hamilton Hill, which is where I'm reporting live right now.
But I'll have all that for you a little bit later in the newscast.
All right, thank you, Andy. Mass protests and violence in Lebanon. When News 10 at 11 continues, the funeral that sparked that outrage. We'll have the details. Plus, debate preps for the third politics now with the election just 1 month from today. It was a rather low-key day on the campaign trail. While President Obama celebrated his wedding anniversary with the First Lady, his Republican challenger, Mitt Romney, and his wife courted voters in the battleground Sunshine State. ABC's Karen Travers reports.
Alisa, Mark, it took just 2 minutes for firefighters to get to this home at 20 Benson Street. But by the time they got here, the porch and both floors were fully engulfed in flames, and the fire was growing.
A pair of Good Samaritans are being credited for saving the lives of a Minnesota couple, the victims of a head-on collision. And it was all caught on tape.
Oh, yeah. Almost out of that.
All right. Thank you so much, Mike. Well, a week-long event in Albany will leave you feeling full for less. Restaurant Week kicked off today with 14 participating restaurants offering 3-course meals for just $20.12. This is the 8th time the city is.
Imagine living next to this home. The roof is caved in. There's trash coming out of the side wall that's just buckling under the weight. The yard clearly has been neglected.
Well, Uma Thurman delivered a baby girl back in July, and she's kept the name a secret until now. According to People magazine, the baby's name, get ready, Rosalind Arusha Arkadina Altaluna Florence Thurman Bussin. Thurman says every part of that name has special meaning, but Mom adds they're keeping it simple, calling the baby girl Luna for short because they likely can't remember the other 400 names, for crying out loud. There's your trend on 10.
Yes, that doesn't roll off the tongue.
I'm here in Massachusetts, where the state has a controversial act on the November ballot, the Death with Dignity Act. And everyone I spoke to here in Pittsfield is all for giving terminally ill patients the right to choose when to end their own lives.
Area men, all between the ages of 18 and 21, facing charges in connection with a string of burglaries in Saratoga Springs, Milton, Malta, Greenfield, and Wilton.
News 10's January Keaton was there to hear their message for Governor Cuomo. She joins us now to tell us what they had to say. January.
That's right. As the fracking fight continues to rage on in New York, folks on both sides of the fence are agreeing on one thing. New York needs jobs. But what they disagree on is the correct way to make them.
7-day forecast coming up a little bit later on the show. January?
All right, thank you so much, Mike. A death-defying space jump brings new meaning to that song, Free Falling. More on today's high-flying stunt and how it all turned out. Plus, another abduction being reported in the same area.
Live at the group's offices on South Pearl Street, and joins us now with more on their report. January.
Is race a factor when determining where police conduct drug sweeps and who they arrest? Well, today at a press conference at the Center for Law and Justice, the answer was yes.
But no one was injured. The man arrested at LAX a week ago with an arsenal of weapons in his luggage was in a downtown courtroom today. An attorney for Yonda Harris, who wore a mask.
January.
All right, thank you, Steve. A little Colorado schoolgirl has been missing since last Friday. Today, that search may have come to a tragic end. What searchers found when we come back.
And a fiery crash in Minnesota.
It has about 2,800 people in it. So how $250,000 could go missing without anyone noticing is a mystery. Well, now the supervisor of the town is stepping in to make sure that he can figure out what happened to that missing money. The discovery was made after Stockport supervisor Matt Morrell.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm January Keaton. We'll get to the canonization of those saints in just a moment, but first, breaking news out of Wisconsin tonight. A shooting leaves 3 people dead, 4 injured, and homemade explosive device found in a spa near a mall in Milwaukee.
Cool's the word. For the next several days.
Monday looks nice, though.
It sure does. It'll be a really nice Columbus Day, near peak foliage around the area, especially the high spots.
For those of you who like leaf peeping.
That's right.
I have never heard that term until I got to New York.
Well, now you did.
All right. Thank you so much, Andy. Well, imagine building an entire playground for kids in just 1 day. Hundreds of volunteers in Albany not only imagined it, they did it. Here they are earlier today putting together the new park at the Macedonia Baptist Church.
Wednesday.
All right, everybody. Inside Edition is next.
Come back and join us on News 10 at 5. We'll see you then.